Hi, I'm Beck and food's my life. Stay tuned because in this video today I'm going to make a beautiful vegetable curry and it's coming right up. So I realise that I've made videos in the past on meat curry, prawn curry, fish curry, but I've neglected my vegetarian friends out there and I thought, you know what, I haven't done a vegetable curry yet. So today I'm going to make my mum's awesome vegetable curry. So I've already gone ahead, I've prepped all my veggies, I've gone to the garden, I've got my curry leaves, bits and pieces. And of course this always takes a little bit of time. Any curry you make, the preparation is what takes the most time. Once that's ready to go, we go over to the stove and the curry really cooks itself. No time at all, this curry is going to be ready. Okay, now in my pan here, I have a good tablespoon of coconut oil that's nice and hot, ready to go. This is on about a medium to high heat. Whenever we make a curry, we always start with our aromats. So that's curry leaves, a lovely piece of pandan if you can source it. Remember, you can live without it, but if you can get pandan, it really does take your curry to a whole nother level. And if you're my friend, please come on over. I've got plenty in the garden to share. I've got half a stick of cinnamon. I have some green chilies, some red chili. Ideally just green chilies for this recipe, but I didn't have enough in the garden, so I'm just adding another red chili. I have a large onion that I've diced and about 4 cloves of garlic. So I'm going to put these things in. First I'll start with the greens. So with my curry leaves and my pandan, give that a bit of a stir. Next I'm going to add that cinnamon and all those ingredients. Give it a good stir. Amazing smells already, just sensational. Alright, now once the onions have started to soften slightly, I'm going to add all my flavours and my spices. So I've got some curry powder, chili powder, clove powder, black pepper, turmeric, some sweet paprika, some salt and some mustard seeds. I'm going to put all of those in. And for the exact measurements, guys, it's all on my recipe. So make sure you get yourself a copy of that. And also, if you want to be a really serious curry maker, you really should try and make your own curry powder from scratch. So if you haven't seen my video on that yet, you really should have a look at my video for my dark Sri Lankan roasted curry powder. Right, now that that's all mixed in, we're going to start adding our vegetables. I have about 3 small potatoes here that I've just chopped up into small pieces. And here I have a couple of carrots, a good handful of green beans, and some green capsicum. Now ideally, if you can get your hands on some banana chilies, they have a better flavour and I would use them instead of green capsicum. But if you can't get them, that's banana chilies, then just use your green capsicum. Next, here I have about half a cup of red lentils. Now I have had them sitting in water just to soften them slightly. So we're going to add them in as well. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add some water to the mix because it's quite dry. So we're going to add some water, not too much, because we're going to add some coconut milk later to thicken this curry. But I've just added just enough to sort of, for most of your vegetables to be covered in that water. And we're just going to let that come to a boil now and simmer these vegetables until they're slightly cooked. Okay, so that's been simmering away now for about 7 minutes. My potatoes and my carrots have started to soften. They're not completely cooked yet, but that's where I want it to be at this stage. Right now I'm adding about a teaspoon of chicken stock powder just to add to that saltiness and to give it a bit more flavour. And now comes the final step. We're going to add the vegetables that don't take long to cook. And today I'm adding some cabbage that I've roughly chopped. And I've gone into the garden and I've got a really good handful of cherry tomatoes and I'm going to add them in as well because they'll give it a lovely red colour, add to the colour of this curry. So we're going to add them in here. Give that a gentle stir. Always be gentle because we don't want our vegetables to fall apart. We want them to keep their shape. And now I have some coconut milk. Now I can't really tell you how much to add because it depends on how many vegetables you put in your curry. But I've just made a big old jug full here, and I'm going to add coconut milk until it's almost covering my veggies, because this is going to finish the cooking process. I'm going to simmer this now so those vegetables will finish cooking all the way through, and of course it'll give a chance to those cabbages and those tomatoes that I've just added for them to cook through as well. So be really gentle, give that a good mix, and that's how easy it is to make a beautiful vegetable curry. Now, if you want some protein to add to this meal, in the last couple of minutes, you can always add some boiled eggs if you'd like to. And to eat your vegetable curry, of course, all you need is some lovely steamed rice, or if you want to go to a little bit of extra trouble, some roti, some flatbread, some parathas, something like that. Look, even a nice piece of fresh bread. Well, that's it. My vegetable curry is now finished. My vegetables are cooked just the way I like them, not too soft, just right. I've had a little bit of a taste and I've added 1 extra teaspoon of salt. So please taste as you go. It's really important that you do that so you can get that level of salt just to your liking. Oh, that smells so delicious. I can't wait to tuck into this tonight with some parathas. That's the way I like to eat vegetable curry. Personally, I don't need rice, I don't need anything else, just some good old flatbread or roti just to really get the flavour of the curry, because that's the hero right there. And you know, vegetables don't have to be boring because this is sensational. So if you want to make this beautiful vegetable curry, why don't you check out the description box below, because there you'll find a link to my website. And once you're there, have a good old browse, check out my Sri Lankan cuisine tab, and there you're going to find this recipe. And at the click of a button, you can get yourself a downloadable, printable version of this recipe to keep with your collection. Don't forget, if you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, or better still, subscribe to my YouTube channel, because that way you'll get a little notification every time I've cooked something new, and you'll always know what I'm up to in the kitchen. And I'll see you next time.